Yo, 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 it's your boy Ron Busy. What to do, baby? Give me 2 seconds while I get the stream started. Okay, sweet, let's do this. Alright, we are going to do. Well, hang on a second. Welcome to the stream. It's day 103 of cycling inside GTA 5. We are doing Port Oil, Slick, and Golf Stick. 19.7 Ks, 175 meters of elevation. Let's go. Of course. Shoes are on tight. Yo, almost took out the bikes behind me. All good. Space is a bit tight. Pause.
Okay, let's go.
Alright. So, unfortunately, the battery on my Elite Steerzo Smart is flat at the moment. So, I need to get a new, what is it? 12 volt? The little square rectangle blocky battery. So, right now, I can't steer using my handlebars. I can use my Joy-Cons, but it's not as fun. How's everybody doing? Actually, I forgot to share the stream to all the boys. It's pretty cool. All my friends are like, yeah, just let me know. Hey, there he is. There he is. We got Ride with me in chat. 102. Share. We out here, fam. We out here. Yeah, a lot of my friends have been telling me that they see my stream and they just leave it on. Legends, absolute legends. We're doing a short ride today, just 19 kilometers. And it's not a training ride, so we can chill, we can go as fast as we want. On Monday, I did a high intensity recovery training, which was pretty much repeats of 106% and 95% for 18 minutes. So we'd be alternating 3 minutes of the 106% and 3 minutes of the 105%. And now we are just chilling. And then the other day, I was doing tempo riding, which is same concept, just within my zone 3. But again, we are just cycling for fun today. GTA 5 indoor bike trainer using the GT Bike 5 mod. That's the current setup. This is my IRL bike. And I can steer, but at the moment, the battery on my Elite Steerzo Smart is flat. So I've got it on auto drive at the moment. Whew. And I've got my Dyson on me, but it feels like it's barely doing anything. How's everybody doing today? Hey, shouts, appreciate the likes. So it's Sunday at 2:13 p.m. My wife put my daughter down for a nap, so I need to take advantage and get the ride in while I can. Check that out, it says run. Let's go, baby. Ride with me says still no mod or enhanced. So what he's referring to is GTA 5 enhanced, updated version of GTA 5, better graphics and everything. I don't believe there is. I feel like I would have seen an update, but this is fine. I'm not mad at the game looking like this. Alright, so I've got my heart rate monitor on again, and I need to remember to upload the BLE logs to the GTA or the GT Bike 5 community so they can figure out what's going on. Because every time I do it, my cadence goes out of whack and my heart rate is 0. Yeah, they're definitely working on it. It's not just the dude who made the GT Bike 5 mod, but it's the actual people who did what's it called? Script Hook 5. Ooh, actually I could have stuck to that gearing. It's alright. Oh, you know what? We'll spin it out. Whoa. There we go. So L2 have a wireless shifter and rear derailleur, and the cool thing about it is it doesn't matter if you got like a 3-speed bike, 13-speed bike, they've got you covered. You can pretty much go into the back of any bike, and the shifter pairs up with their own wireless shifters, or they give you like this little clicker to go up and down. Personally, I'd like the shifters, but it's not a bad option, especially for this bike. I could just mount it over here, can shift up and down, so I have wireless shifting, more reliable. The cool thing about it is it's USB-C, it's not proprietary charging, which means if you're out on the road and the battery dies, you can potentially charge it while cycling. Wouldn't recommend it, but definitely could do it. Oh, it sounds like my door's awake already. It's only been an hour. Alright, 12% incline. So my friend was telling me 235 kilometers, just under 5,000 kilometers of elevation. He was saying if you can do about 10 hours of riding with a mix of tempo, high intensity, and just straight up base training, you should be able to complete that ride. So a lot of my friends were finishing it around, what was it, 10 or 11 hours, which is pretty damn quick because they're fast in general. I can't keep up with them. So in order for me to be able to keep up with them, I need to start doing more base miles or base kilometers. That's just doing long zone 2 rides, staying in the saddle for hours. That's how you make the gains, because Grand Fondos are endurance bike rides. It's not a race. But unfortunately for me, time is a luxury, and I've got to work with what I got. So I've done, I think on Monday, the high intensity recovery training ride was about just under an hour and 30 minutes. The tempo ride I did on Friday was 1 hour, and this ride should take me about an hour. Again with Garza, I'm here in the background helping parents move stuff for carpet. That's cool, bro. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Appreciate all the likes, by the way. Ride With Me says, are you going to try and do some Zwift racing in the future? Who knows? I don't want to pay for it. That's the whole reason why I'm on GT Bike 5. It's free, it's not paywalled. It might be a better training solution, but I like the fact that I can input my own training. I mean, you could do that in Zwift as well, but I can do it in GTA 5 for free. So, good question. Would you do the racing on my Whoosh because it's actually free? I like my Whoosh, but it's just not reliable. The times that I used it, it would crash, and yeah, that's my training gone to waste.
You go!
So it's been close to a year now since the last time I actually was on my Whoosh, like properly, instead of just doing my FTP or ramp tests. But yeah, I still don't like it, unfortunately, for that fact. I like it in general because it's free and it does the same thing as Zwift, but reliability is huge. You need it to be able to do what you need. Alright, back into the big ring. I was in the small ring, just chilling.
Can I get a oh yeah?
Thank you everybody for joining the stream. Your boy has unlocked Super Chat, which is awesome. Quite a few people was asking about it. Definitely not pressuring anybody, but yes, it's there if you guys want to use it. I need to work on some custom emojis. Anything GTA 5 related, anything meme related probably that we've referenced will definitely be on my list of emojis to upload. I can open up the community page as well, but I need to figure out how I'm gonna do that. What amount unlocks what tier. I think base level will always unlock base will always unlock Discord, so I probably need to clean the Discord up a little bit. Oh yeah, so the reason why I've got two games screens is because that's for my training. You know what, you're right, I will turn that one off for now because I'm not training. Gotta remember to turn it back on. Alright, we're back. Lol. Copperhead just blew up behind me.
Ain't that a bitch?
Oh my god.
Ah, for fuck's sake!
I almost died, just saw my life flash before my eyes. Bro. Alright. Hey. AZ, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I had to restart just because someone pointed out that I had my training window up. Okay, in case you're wondering, the incline does dictate the resistance on the trainer, so that explains why I'm out of my saddle to make it up this little punchy 12% climb, or 13% now. Alright.
Oh no.
So that's a cool thing. All the smart features still work on my smart trainer. I'm using a Tax Flux Smart that I bought right before COVID. Or maybe it was during COVID, I can't remember. But I got it for 250 bucks because it was broken. And the guy didn't know that I was still under warranty. So that was a big win for me. Hey, appreciate anyone who's liking the stream. That's one thing I probably need to do. I need to set up groups in OBS or different scenes so that I can switch between a training ride and just a regular ride. Yeah, I wanted to go out on an IRL ride this morning, but dude, I'm just straight up tired all the time. I don't know how people with multiple kids can do it. I've got one, she's only 2, but I guess it's my quality of sleep. If my quality of sleep was better, I'd probably have more energy. Even when I use my CPAP machine, I just don't sleep enough. Because I wake up early for work. I think that's the killer. And I'm not sleeping early anymore. There was a time when I had so little energy that as soon as I put my sword to sleep around 7:30 or 8:30, I'd be in bed and asleep by 9. And like, yeah, I'm just glad that I can stay up past 9, past 10, but then it's like I really need to be asleep by 11 or else I'm gonna struggle the next day. And sure, you can say have a coffee, have an energy drink, but as much as possible, I just want to use actual rest to fuel my energy. Okay. It's nice that I don't have to think about how many watts to put in and what cadence to pedal at. We're just chilling. Alright, going up the hill, I went down a gear just so I can spin it out a little more. And the idea around that is it's kind of like when you're in a car and changing gears. You feel your car start to struggle when you're in a higher gear when you shouldn't be, when you're going up a hill, and the moment you drop down a gear, you go a little bit faster. Same concept for riding a bike. And when I say keep my legs spinning, that's referring to my cadence and how fast my cadence actually is. So if you're spinning, that means you're comfortable and you're able to go up the gear. You're not grinding. Grinding is when you're in a heavier gear and you're putting more effort than you should. They'll basically just burn you out. And if you're new here, this is GTA 5, running the GT Bike 5 mod. And I'm actually on my IRL bike using an indoor trainer. An indoor trainer basically is a treadmill for my bike, and it reflects what's going on in game in terms of the resistance. So right now we're on the flat, so resistance is fine, but the second I go up a hill, the resistance changes. I can also steer in game, but unfortunately the battery of my smart steerer is flat, so I need to change that. But I can do drive-bys, I can do all that good stuff. But the main focus for me is to actually just get some miles in, get some training in, and improve my fitness on the bike. That's number one. Alright, we on level 10 on the Dyson. Usually I've got a Vornado fan, but that's in the room where my daughter's sleeping at the moment, so I don't want to go in there and wake them up. So the Dyson, which isn't loud like the Vornado, but you can't hear it on the microphone anyway. Smart stereo can't be connected to Power Live and be used now. It just uses like a 12-volt battery. The little yo, what? Charlie Ensemble, you are wild. He just did a hit and run. He violated that NPC. Damn, Charlie. Who hurt you? Okay, yeah, so like I was saying, the smart stereo can't be connected to power alive. It's one of those 12-volt batteries, the little thick rectangle ones. And it lasted a good 6 to 9 months, to be honest. So I was wondering when it was going to go out. I thought I had a spare, but I probably use it on something else. So that's on my to-buy list. Maybe I'll get it this afternoon after the ride. I can always steer using my Nintendo Joy-Cons, but then it's like another thing to hold while I'm cycling. Gets uncomfortable.
Tony, I told you don't call me no more.
I wonder what my heart rate's at the moment. I can check my watch, but I really want to know what my heart rate monitor says. Alright, so Ride With Me is asking me about the movie Heretic. The plot is there's two girls from the, what is it? The Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints, basically Mormons. They're in this town in Utah. They're going door knocking to try and convert people to their religion. They managed to go to Hugh Grant's house. It's crazy that he's in this movie, by the way. And as he put his name down for learning about their religion, they go in to the house, and then things start to get a little bit sus. You know, he's asking really awkward questions, and then part of their religion's rule is that there must be a woman present. Sorry, I'm telling the whole plot. I'm not telling my thoughts on it. I will in a second. So the thoughts. So they're meant to have a woman present. They can't just be alone with a man in the room. So, anyways, he's stalling, saying that his wife's just at the back, or she's just shy to come out, whatever. So that sets them off, and then basically they get stuck in the house, and yeah, it gets pretty wild. I enjoyed it. Without spoiling it too much. I just didn't like the ending. I appreciate the movie. I like the idea. It was just, yeah, the ending was a bit too wild for me. Of course, there was divine intervention, you know what I mean? But what I also watched last night, after watching like 3 movies that weren't so happy, was The Wild Robot. Man, that movie's super cute. Really got me in the feels. It's being a parent and watching that movie really hits you in the feels. Ride With Me says, yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, on the edge of our seat type of stuff. Yeah, so the part where he's just like, go down there if you want to find out what the one true religion is. I was like, alright. But what beats me is, how did she know all this stuff? Like, that girl seems so clueless at the start, and all of a sudden she's like Dick Tracy, hey, pause. You know what I mean? She had this investigative prowess about her out of nowhere. Yo, Charlie Ensemble's getting bullied by this ute, or a pickup truck as they call it in the States. Tailgating him. The mod's set so that you can't get run over. Well, you can, but Most of the time you can't, not intentionally anyway. If you run a red, that's your own fault. Nathan, welcome to stream. Nathan says go faster. I mean, I could, but that's what you want me to do, so I won't.
Hey,
Oh my god. Hello.
Hey, I'm going 31k an hour right now. Not bad. I'm going as fast as the cars if you look at it. We're at the airport. Don't want to go past the speed limit, buddy. In case you can't bash. Okay, we're 8.4k's in. 24 minutes into the ride. Already done 111 meters of elevation. I think we're just under halfway. It should take about an hour. Nathan says, keep it up. Hey, Paul, daddy chill.
Daddy
Nah, I
chill.
appreciate you, Nathan.
hey man, where's the
We trying
job
out here.
check?
We're definitely trying.
Hey, honey, let's go down
Do you
to
ride
the
bikes?
train.
Do you play
Hey,
GTA? How did you find the stream?
Okay.
Secure the lead. You know what? I don't know where this Jeremy Farshite is.
You owe me 20 bucks.
It says they're 3.2 kilometers ahead. That's a big gap to close.
Item in the room of a subway.
It is what it is, you know?
So this game actually does have IRL people that can join. At the moment, it looks like it's just me and the NPCs. I actually used to have a secondary setup right next to me over here on the left for 2 players,
That guy who thinks he's
but I've maximized the space for a better live streaming experience. Although it won't take much to convert it back into a secondary setup. This is so much nicer. Actually, I should bring the table closer to me, so I don't have
I'm
to
done with LS. This time I
extend
swear.
too far. And my mic should sound better just because I'm
Oh, hey.
physically closer to it. I might try using the micro USB cable again rather than the XLR. Just one less thing to have plugged in. Honestly, this mic is pretty good over USB. Even the Yeti Nano that I was using before, it sounds great, especially when close up to my face. Pause. Alright. I should be in second place. There you go. Alright. Let's try and close the 3.5 kilometer gap. Oh no, Charlie Ensemble's not about it. He started to pedal a little bit faster. Alright, 150 is about, what was it, 65% of my FTP. In theory, I should be able to hold that for quite some time. Alright, we're going 300 now. So this is where you need to gear down and spin the legs out. Because it's not a massive climb, it's just punchy. I will grind it out. But Ari Buddy just passed me on the climb and Charlie's pulling up to me. Yeah, I like climbing hills and everything. I'm just not fast at it. Which is why I'm out here trying to get some extra miles into my leg. Although, maybe climbing's not my strength, but maybe sprinting is. We'll see. I have a small sample size. Literally just a sample size of one. One instance when my friend, who's originally from Melbourne, moved to the UK, and now he lives in Spain. I was cycling with him when he was back home visiting family. Because he's always doing climbs where he lives in Barcelona, he destroyed me on the bike ride I took him on in terms of the climbing. But then there was a moment where we raced each other on the flat just to see how fast we can go. I thought he let me have it, but he said he was actually trying, so I managed to drop him on the sprint, which is pretty cool. But yeah, cycling is mostly an endurance sport for me, so going fast is fun, but being able to climb would be my ultimate goal, to get better at climbing. Okay, we're just about to hit the 11k mark. I had a bit of a lunch. I had like a lamb wrap. Let's power up with some skyflakes, the sweet butter flavor. Check it out. Alright, so Ride With Me was explaining that in the movie Heretic, her friend said to beat him with intelligence, and then she just flipped the switch. Alright, that's fair.
First off, my dad, I mean, he's really like a big friend.
Babe, stay off the WH this weekend, okay?
You know what? If you've come this far, I hope you've seen the movie Heretic, because I'm about to drop some spoilers. I am absolutely baffled about how her friend survived long enough. Because
I'm DJing on Friday.
for the amount of blood that she lost, and like the dude actually, I'm sorry, this is gonna be gruesome, everybody, cut into her arm and took out a contraceptive. Like, there's blood everywhere, and it was at least 30 minutes between that happening and her amazingly coming back to life. Hey, Ronnie Sarmiento, shout outs, welcome to your stream. How you doing? Actually having a skyflake right now. For those of you that don't know, and hey Miller, what is going on here? Hey, we got the my friends from the States and the OG YouTubers in the stream. Ronnie and A Miller have awesome YouTube channels. Ronnie does e-skateboard content, and then there's e-bikes and skating in general. Now he's doing real estate stuff on his Instagram, crushing it over there. A Miller does a whole bunch of gunpla content. Everything from the RX-7 something something 2 kit to high grade, etc, etc. Trust me, I knew a lot less before watching his channel. Check him out, guys. Hey, are we jumping on Warzone later or what? April 3. Alright, no one asked, but let's we'll put some heat down.
Hello there. Greetings.
Alright, so the leader is 3 kilometers away. Let's see if we can catch him. What's that, like 1.2 miles? Holly TV says, that's a cool idea. How you do that? Holly, so this is GTA 5 running the GT Bike 5 mod. It uses my IRL bike with a smart trainer, which acts as a treadmill for my bike. So right now, it actually controls the resistance as well. If I go up a little hill, it'll change it to resistance to make it feel a little bit more difficult to replicate climbing up that hill. Oh, I cooked myself for like 10-15 seconds. Was it worth it? Probably not. I need to drink some water. I know what it is, but how can you program this? I didn't program it, but it's just a simple mod. It's literally go to GT Bike 5, that's 5 with a V.com, and you can download the installer, and legit, that's all it is. Once you have all the kit, it all connects up automatically, and then yeah, Bob's your uncle. Off you go. Oh, it's absolutely great motivation for sport. Oh man, we sweating out here.
That's what Bill said.
I was chilling, but then you guys came in, had to put on a show. So I can actually steer in game as well, but literally just this morning, the battery on my smart steer device went flat, so that needs to be replaced. You can ask ChatGPT. I was actually using Claude.ai to help program some of my training, so that worked pretty well.
No way!
Go to Vinewood Hills. Yeah, I definitely can. I've actually done Mount Chiliad a couple times, to be honest. So if you don't have a smart steering device, you can actually use a controller. I got my Joy-Cons on my left, but then it's just annoying because then it's something you got to hold while cycling. Ride With Me says gonna play a game of Mobile Legends. Catch you later. Hey, see you later, Ride With Me. Appreciate you for swinging by. Crusade says, oh yeah. Welcome back, Crusade. How you doing? Okay. 13.5 kilometers in. I'm sure we've got a couple more climbs to go. Heading towards Vinewood. Must have been an expensive setup you have. Actually, it's not that bad, to be honest. So, alright, let's start from the top. My bike I bought in 2017 for $500 used. It's a Cannondale CAD 10 with a 105 group set originally. And then the smart trainer, they're about 1,000 Australian dollars, brand new. Well, this one was $1,000 anyway, and I bought it used for $250. But the kicker is, it was broken when I bought it, and what the person didn't know was that the fault was actually still covered under warranty. So for $250, bought it used, got in contact with Garmin, and they replaced it with a brand new unit. So that was awesome. My smart steerer block was 120 Australian dollars. So yeah, just about $800 got me going. But I've actually got a $50 setup as well. You basically use a speed and cadence sensor on whatever bike you have, and then if you have a fluid trainer, it connects to the game, and yeah, it works the same way. Emil says, where are you biking to?
Watch out,
So,
Dave.
what does that
You're
mean,
gonna cause
Solcon?
traffic accident
Where is that? Emil, my Grand Theft Auto knowledge is pretty pretty trash. Holly says, but it's too slow. It seems unrealistic. You should drive faster. Well, actually, it's super realistic because cars are driving faster than I am. I should look slow. I'm going 33 kilometers an hour, which is relatively fast on a bike. Damn, he got my ass. A Miller says, where are you riding to, Silicon? I asked him, what was that, or what does that mean? And he said, suck on these. Hey man, I got. Shout outs to A Miller, I appreciate you. Brother, it's been too long between uploads. You need to get back on it. I'm just so happy that I finally have my stream setup going. The main thing that was holding me back during the COVID times was that I was at my in-laws' place, and the only space where I could do this was the computer room, but was unfortunately located right next to my in-laws' bedroom. So I was like, nah, I'll be too loud. It would have been good if I got in early and streamed back then instead of Warzone. No regrets there. I love playing Warzone. Holly says, yeah, they somehow have to change that in GTA 6. Hopefully this is just a OEM feature. I mean, apparently there's going to be some sort of cryptocurrency involved. So, if they really want to take over, having a fitness app built in to the game, dude, that'd be insane. Seeing this at a gym, set up at a gym, would be crazy.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Holly, I appreciate you. Thanks for swinging by, my friend. If you haven't already, drop your boy a like. Subscribe to your boy. It's free. Unless you're on Twitch. In that case, it's actually $5.
Oh my god. Hello.
Bro, my last video I recorded like 3 weeks ago, it was all corrupted. Hey, bro. That's what happens sometimes. You just gotta grind it out. I mean, I guess you can just do the cheating way
You said you'd be here by now.
and just do a voiceover, which is kind of annoying.
There you are.
Yeah. What kit were you reviewing? Let me guess. The RX-7 something or other. Legitimately the only one that I know. Obviously because I like Mazda RX-7s, so the numbers, their characters resonate within me. Damn, I need to blow my nose. Alright, let's finish this skyplate. $16Ks in. Just under 4 kilometers to go. Silicon. Bro, ABCD's nuts. I don't know what my average speed is going to be. I'm thinking 24 to 25k an hour. Averaging 30 at the moment, which is cool. It was an unboxing video for the new Gundam card game. Yeah, that's cool, bro. I actually found, well, my parents found my old Pokemon cards. I didn't have anything too crazy. none of the big three, as in Charizard, Venusaur. I know Ivysaur. Oh, no, yeah, Venusaur and Blastoise. Didn't have any of those. But first edition Hitmonchan, I ain't mad at that. They look like they're in pretty good condition as well, to be honest. I looked it up. It's about 300 bucks online. So I'm keen on selling it. But ideally, I'd like to grade it. But that's, I think it's about $50 US to grade. And for me, I think shipping and like exchange rates, all that, all the fees, it ends up being about 100 Australian dollars. 1/3 of the price that I'd sell it for. But depending on the grade I get, I can potentially increase the value. So we'll see. I'm sure there's more Pokemon cards as well. My parents just haven't found it yet. If only my Yu-Gi-Oh cards were worth something. Hey, does it get more difficult to ride when the grain increases? Yes it does, Dan Kelly. Yes it does. Alright, let's check my heart rate on my watch. Right now, it's saying we're at 74. That was 7 minutes ago. Oh no, here we go. 149. That seems more right. Okay. Hey, we're 25 meters away from the actual leader. I don't know how that happened because it was originally 3Ks ahead. Just under 2 kilometers to go. Or just over 2 kilometers to go.
Some days I feel like I'm living in paradise. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see if your boy can have a come from behind victory. Hey, pause. Hey, yo, come from behind is wild.
Them's is some fine wheels right there.
Alright. Cruising at 200 watts an hour. At least I don't have to worry about steering at the moment. And this isn't even a race, even though it says leaderboard. There's no rhythm or rhyme to how these NPCs work. Yo, he's building the lead. 100 meters. And I'm trying to catch up. Maybe I can take out second place. Alright. 1 kilometer to go. Time to push it. Oh, come on, bruh. There's the finish line. Was too eager to push, running out of juice. Alright, got one more match to burn. I'll wait till last second. He's slowing down. All right. After we hit the screen checkpoint. Oh no. Finished third. Oh man, that was tiring. Okay. Just under 50 minutes of riding. Let's just tick over to 20k and we'll call it. Man, had nothing left in the tank. Only hit 500 watts. Alright. Let's save this onto Strava. Whew. Alright. Activity summary. Oh, what's my heart rate at? Okay, so we did 20 kilometers in 49 minutes, burned 377 calories, TSS is 65, average 24 Ks, heart rate's at 177, average power is 127, with 176 meters of elevation gained. Not bad for a cruisy Sunday. Huh. Dude. Okay, that should upload to Strava. Perfect. Hey, thank you everyone for watching. Shouts to Ride With Me. Shouts to Ronnie Sarmiento, and of course A Miller for joining. My OGs in the YouTube space. Appreciate you guys for supporting. And I will catch you guys on Tuesday my time. So it's Sunday at 3 p.m. for me. Harry Plotter, hey, welcome back. Harry Plotter. Greetings. I literally just finished my ride. Did a quick 20 Ks, average 24 kilometers an hour, which meant we finished the ride in about 49 minutes. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to take the top podium spot. I finished, what's it called? Second runner-up. Hey, Ronnie, appreciate you, bro. Hey, congrats on the babies, my guy. The incoming babies. Enjoy your time with the wifey as much as possible while it's just you two, because soon there's always going to be little shadows following you around. So yeah, enjoy the time, bro. But at the same time, it's a massive blessing. All right, guys, thank you, and have a good evening, afternoon, or morning, whatever it may be for you. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.